大谷翔平ニュースチャンネルへようこそ。
With that, we say good morning to JP Morosi, leading the league in information, and Dave Roberts' new prize, Shohei Ohtani, getting ready for a date with the old employer. Will it be sentimental, or is it just another Cactus League affair?
Good morning. And gentlemen, before we get to the answer on the most talked about athlete in the world, I had to get back to you on your great question from the previous segment.
Yes.
Rue McClanahan is the answer. Blanche Devereaux, best character on the Golden Girls. There is no good transition to Shohei Ohtani, but I will do that now, right now.
She was the Shohei of the group. There you go.
Yeah, she was. Shohei of the group. Two-way threat. I love it. So Rue McClanahan, one of the greats, and now we move to Shohei here. He faces his former team, the Los Angeles Angels, today. And I certainly want to credit great reporting by Anthony Castrovitz at MLB.com, a really insightful story about what this all means. The first of many games, many firsts and reunions that he will have against his former team over the course of this season. And so Ohtani will face his former club. You see what he did in the Angels uniform. This game is going to be in Glendale. It's going to be the first set of a back-to-back because as we speak here on a Tuesday morning, Ohtani and the Dodgers have a regular season game in Korea 2 weeks from tomorrow. And so we talk, and Harold can speak to this, as you get ready as a major league position player for the season. Once you're 2 weeks out from opening day, it's pretty much go time in terms of your body and your readiness to do it every day. And how about this, Matt and Harold? I want to make sure I point this out. Shohei's batting average that he brings into the game against the Angels this spring, 714. Matt Vasgersian, what is the area code for Anaheim, California, Matt?
714.
714.
Look at you.
Look at
How about that? So Shohei comes into this game with a batting average that matches the area code of his former address. And I saved that note for you, Matt Vasgersian. I thought you would like that a lot.
Excellent. Really well played. That's going to be fun to watch tonight. And again, the Freeway Series, when the Angels and Dodgers meet for real during the season, is going to have a little extra spice in it as well. JP, run down some potentially problematic veteran starting pitcher health concerns in camp so far.
Let's begin in Dunedin, Florida. Kevin Gausman of the Jays, a Cy Young finalist last year, and he's got some general shoulder fatigue, stiffness, whatever you want to call it, after his most recent session. So the Jays had to back off a scheduled live BP within the last couple days. There has been an MRI. Fortunately for the Jays, did not show any structural or serious concern. But this is someone who's been a workhorse for this Jays rotation. They've relied heavily on this group of four pitchers 1 year ago. There you see it, 185 innings for Gausman this past season. So right now, Matt and Harold, it's too early to say that his first start in the regular season is in jeopardy at all. But this is a situation worth watching because we've talked already this spring about Alek Manoah not being ready to go for his second start of the spring after struggling against the Tigers. So this Jays rotation, Yadiel Rodriguez has not yet been a full participant. We talked yesterday on the show about Bowden Francis potentially coming in there and becoming all the more important to this group. You've got some concerns right now about Gausman, Manoah, and Rodriguez. That's three names on your screen. Not an optimal way for the Jays to begin a season of high expectations. So we'll pay attention. Yes, well, I agree, Harold. It certainly does for the great fans of Canada. Now, elsewhere in the Grapefruit League, the St. Louis Cardinals, Sonny Gray, their opening day starter, a hamstring issue crept up for him in his most recent start, and the Cardinals now watching the situation carefully to see if perhaps his opening day start may well be in jeopardy. There was a lot of conversation about now 60% of the Cardinals rotation being new entering this spring. There you see the moment of discomfort.
He's not making it.
And Harold, I do agree with you. I think
that's too much too early.
Yep. Harold, to your point, I think right now, based on the available information, again, I'll stress what we know right now, it would appear that Gray's first start of the regular season is in greater jeopardy than is the first start of Gossman. There you see now if Gray can't go, Zach Thompson, Liberatore become more viable rotation options. There was the report in recent days. I believe Derek Gold had it in the Post-Dispatch. There's been no recent conversation on a contract for a former Cardinal in Montgomery or Snell with the Scott Boras camp. We shall see if that remains the case, depending on what the Cardinals learn. And the final point I'll make about the pitching market in general, if you internally have some worries about starters. Now, in the case of Gray, it was very overt. It happened during a game, a hamstring issue, so the whole world knows about it. But you do wonder if there's a little bit of a hiccup in a bullpen session that might make you more open-minded to signing a Snell, Montgomery, Lorenzen. You're probably not going to rush to us on Hot Stove and tell us right away, because that, of course, hurts your negotiating leverage. So I'll be really curious to see how that plays out.
That's kind of what Scott's waiting on too, though, JP.
That's
if you're going to wait this long, you're hoping you don't want somebody to be injured, but if there's a setback, that opens the door back up for your guys to be able to maybe stretch those years out. You know what I mean? That's what you're kind of looking at.
Yeah, the Cardinals, by the way, open the season with 4 games in L.A. Hang with them. With potentially a staff that's already a little nicked up. JP Morosi on Tuesday.
選手に関するニュースまとめについて報道されていたので、皆さんに詳細をお伝えします。少しでも興味深いと思ったら、チャンネル登録高評価をお願いします。ドジャース大谷翔平投手、29が19日、日本時間20日、米アリゾナ州グレンデールのキャンプで、初めて実戦形式の打撃練習、ライブ BP で打席に立ち、3打席目に中堅優へ推定飛距離125メートルの弾丸ライナーで本塁打を放った。実戦で打席に立つのは9月3日の敵地アスレチックス戦以来169日ぶりだったが、ロバーツ監督、エンゼルスネビン前監督、山本由伸投手、20号も見つめる中で、快音を響かせた。1打席目で対戦したのはライアン・ブレージャー投手、36。17年には、ブレイシアの登録名で広島で26登板した経験も持つ右腕だ。昨季はレッドソックスとドジャースで計59試合に登板して3勝無敗、防御率 3.02。大谷は19、23年に3打席で対戦して1三振を喫するなど無安打に抑えられていた。この打席ではバットを振る素振りは見せず、球筋を確認するように5球を見て四球を選んだ。2打席目に対戦したのはブレイクトライネン投手、35。通算449登板のベテラン右腕の初球から積極的にスイングした。初スイングは左膝付近に自打球が当たり、悶絶。天を仰ぐヒヤリとした場面だったが、そのまま打席に立ちカウントに対2から5球目に2度目のスイングをしたが、空振り三振に倒れた。ロバーツ監督、ネビン元エンゼルス監督、山本由伸投手らが見学した中、J. ファイアライゼン投手との3打席で、フルカウントから中堅優にライナー性の本塁打を放った。おーという歓声と拍手を浴びた。打たれたファイアライゼン投手は、地米の報道陣に囲まれると苦笑いしながら、打たれたのは真ん中。だからあんなに飛んだとコメント。甘く入ったスライダーを弾き返され、どんなバッティングをしてくるんだろうと思いながら投げた。今日対戦するとは知らなかった。他の打者と対戦するのと同じような心構えだったよ。打たれたボールをゲットしてサインしてほしいねと取材陣を笑わせた。以上が今日の大谷選手に関するニュースのまとめです。ニュースでした皆さんの感想やコメントをお待ちしています。これからも一緒に大谷選手を応援していきましょう。動画の評価、チャンネル登録も忘れずにお願いします。それでは。昨年9月4日の試合前のフリー打撃中に右脇腹を痛めてその後は試合に出場できず、同月に右肘手術も受けた大谷。キャンプイン前にマシン打撃を再開すると、12日。
ニュースレターは終了しました。面白かったら、チャンネル登録して、お友達とビデオを共有してください。さようなら、また会いましょう。